Hello guys, I'm back with VR. No, no, no. I'm going to be doing the trials. I'm going to be teaching a little bit about gun safety. I'm teaching about gun safety a little bit. How some guns work. In case people, some people have unrealistic expectations on how guns work. Okay, so like I said, some people have unrealistic expectations about how gun works, thinking they can use them for like a time without any wear and tear time. But some guns actually weaken. I mean, not some. I think all of them. All guns weaken over time due to long periods of time of heavy use. Long heavy use periods. Plus, like, yeah, you gotta make sure you use it. You gotta make sure that if you do actually have a gun, you gotta use it responsibly. Which means keeping your gun with the safety on at all times. Unless be that or can't really do that much when I'm lost stamina. Yeah, but like, you gotta keep guns with their safety on. Plus, don't keep them pointed at yourself if the safety isn't on. So look, I'm gonna teach you. First, I'm gonna get this gun to show an example of my favorite. I'm gonna show you an example with that one gun that you saw earlier. Teach you get in there. I'm gonna really teach you what to know of guns stuff. I'm gonna really teach you guys. I'm gonna really teach you guys. Okay. I'm gonna teach you guys. I'm gonna teach you. Damn, they broke the door down. Show them what I learned. Push out your misery. So I'm gonna teach you guys how to do. What's it know about guns? Okay, I got 100 Litecoins. I'll show you what I'm capable of. Yummers. Kaboom! Aw, man. What do you got? I want to teach you gun safety, but like this gun, this revolver. Since I get more points from long flank headshots with guns. Give me that. It's like one thing you never want to do, like doing this. It's like you don't want to like spam, like you don't want to like pull the trigger too much, because if you can't handle the recoil, like revolvers, like heavy duty revolvers like this one, they don't have like a lot of kick. Look how high it shoots. That's called kickback. That's what's called the kickback. Is where like how it's like how much it shoots back. Like look, you gotta always have a firm hold, 2 hands. Make sure your arms are straight. Make sure your arm straight. Make sure it's lined up with your target. Lined up. So look, bullets can also trigger explosive hideouts like gas tanks. Like not really too much of an effect, like how you see in movies and in games. See, lined up. Look, the kick is lowered if you hold it with 2 hands. If you have any sort of thing that can stabilize it. I don't know why my caps start catching zombies random. Once you run out of ammo, you'll hear this clicking. It's not valid. In real life, if an actual finish this wave. Let me finish this wave up. It's like revolvers in real life. In real life, revolvers, it eject the cylinder. You gotta eject the cylinder. Make sure it's fully out. Like you gotta put like it individually in each hole like this. You gotta like put each one in the hole. You gotta put like in the hole, like directly in the hole of the bullet. Then once you have it in, you can either push it in, which you can't do here, or you can just like slide it in like that, like how you see in like certain types of movies. Oh, I have looking stickers. I have the looking stickers. So that's how you use it. So for this one, like you don't refer to these types of guns as Glocks. That's not the actual name of it. Like this. Firm hold. Like you gotta like hold it. Like it doesn't have much of a one-handed kickback. The two-handed is more accurate. So you gotta hit like each shot. Yes, make sure it's lined up. Use both eyes, since one eye. If you use both eyes to aim instead of like. If you look at it with both eyes, like this, you look at it with both eyes, you can hit it. And you take the mag out, then like put it in. So you don't hold it like this, like people do. Like it's less accurate unless like you're lining up the scope. The only reason I'm hitting the headshots is because I'm lining up the scope. you always want to reload early into your mag. Save bullets. Like, it doesn't work like how in this game. Like, you just gotta save your mags. Like, make sure you at least use like 5 bullets before you reload. Okay. If more zombies. Yep, look. Once the gun is emptied, you unloaded everything, the slide will lock like this. It will lock into place like this. So I'm gonna show you how to reload it. So you always gotta have like extra mags. So look, you eject the mag, eject it, then you take a fresh mag and you insert it in to the gun. See, it won't shoot. It won't shoot because it's not completely ready to fire. See how it's flashing? In real life, it will actually stay back, and like there's a slide release where like you gotta press a it'll go back in place, but like in real life you like slide it back like that. That's ready. Look, it's not really accurate at long range. It has to be like close range to medium range. See? I'm lining up the scope with each shot. Before you fire each shot, you gotta make sure your gun is lowered and your accuracy is on par. And just any threats that like have like, for example, like people deal with like suicide bombers. Like that's a bad thing. Like if you want to be a police officer and you gotta neutralize a suicide bomber, like a real life terrorist attack, you gotta neutralize them from afar because there's stuff such as dead man switches, or like you release a button and it explodes. So in real life, guns wear down, so they often jam up. So I can just reload it. So look, and my gun jammed on me. It jammed on me, so like the next bullet did not feed through, since I can't shoot. So let me empty out my mag, put in a new one, and then shoot. If your mag does jam up, you can take it as time to reload and insert a fresh mag. Then you can insert it as normal. Like you think it jams up often. Some guns jam up often, some don't. It all depends on your gun. It often depends on how good you maintain your gun. Depending on how often you maintain your gun depends on how often it jams. So using your mag, like if you take care of your guns really good, they won't jam. Like long periods of use are what wear down your mags. Like, look, if you spam shoot your mag, like, imagine it didn't jam every first bullet. See, look, a gun will eventually break. I don't know if it will break like this, but its internals won't work. Look, you gotta get a new gun. You gotta get a new gun from like a registered seller, like an official registered seller, like where you can buy a gun legally. You gotta buy a gun legally because unregistered guns like may have defects of them. So you gotta make sure you buy from a licensed and trustworthy gun seller. I know, for example, like people put switches on their guns. Like I think it makes the gun shoot like rapid. But that's bad. A switch is bad because like the recoil. Because if you have a switch, like it'll go like boom. If you can't control it, you don't have a steady arm. It will oftentimes go up higher than you expect it to go, and it will hit you in your own face, which will be bad. Like it's often to not buy modified guns and like or modify your own guns because they're illegal. Modifying guns is illegal. I wouldn't recommend it. See? It's empty. Some revolvers empty out the bullets automatically. Get off me. And you gotta buy guns that you yourself can handle. Like, if you know anybody who doesn't know how to use a gun, or like, is really bad, fidgety with their hands, it's best to, like, just not let them hold the gun, because they might not know basic gun safety. So, looking to get guns tailored to you and get the required training that you need to use a gun. So see, using guns, and plus you gotta make every shot count. You can't just go spraying your gun all willy-nilly. You gotta make sure you track your ammo perfectly. You gotta make sure you track your ammo. Make sure you buy ammo from registered gun sellers, because you don't want people selling faulty ammunition. Like, for example, blanks. People sell blanks. You gotta make sure you buy the right type of. They're like regular rounds, but like they don't do damage. They're like just like practice rounds. It's like practice rounds. Live rounds, which are the actual rounds that are in a gun, they do the actual damage. So you gotta make sure you know what type of ammo you are on. Plus, people might try selling you. If you don't buy from a registered seller, the people that are selling it to you might want to scam you and sell you like fake bullets. You see how fast it jammed? It's because I used it too fast. They make every bullet count. And you gotta know if you're on your last mag or not. I mean your last bullet in the mag. Because oftentimes, if you do know how to manage your ammo, you can fit more bullets than you want to. That you can fit more bullets than a gun would normally allow you to fit in a gun. For example, if you have a regular amount of bullets in your gun, the standard amount, you can just keep shooting. But when you're on your last bullet, you can eject your current mag, and like the bullet will stay chambered. The bullet will stay chambered. Plus, the bullet will stay chambered. The last bullet in your gun will stay chambered because like it's fitted into the slot already. So I'm teaching you gun safety. So I gotta teach you everything. Like I'm not a professional about guns. Like it's not best to trust some of what I say. Shotguns. I'm gonna be moving on to bigger weapons. Like bolt action. Bolt actions, I don't think they have history about it. You gotta make sure you don't confuse your ammo. You gotta buy rifle ammo, not a different type of rifle. This is the wrong ammo for. Look, I'm gonna show you. Where'd it go? See, so like, watch. If the ammo count goes up, like look, these are 5.56 ammos for an AR or for ARs, assault rifles. It won't go to my current ammo count. You gotta buy ammo rounds. Like 7.50. I'm gonna show you how to use a bolt action. First, you gotta make sure you hold it both hands. You pull the trigger, but instead of automatically having to pull it, you gotta pull the bolt because it is a bolt action. Hence the name. So yeah, cool. Okay. I need my help. I have no bullets. Perfect. And it broke. I have no more ammo. It's like you can use anything you can to create distance. I got major distance. Regain my stem. Plus, some guns all share the same ammo. For example, like SMGs, they probably might share ammo since like a pistol and an SMG are light ammo. They're light ammo weapons. Look, there are two ways to reload a bolt action weapon. I gotta pull it back since like, I gotta reload it. Do this. check the mag, and you pop in a fresh one, and you cock it, and then the fresh bullet is in. So look, I'm gonna empty one out. Let me pop this out. So, here's another one. If you keep it out, and then put it in, then you just put it back down. It will reload it instantly. I'm gonna show you shotguns for example. Look, you need buckshots. All shotguns use buckshots. All shotguns use a buckshot. Shoot them. The good thing about buckshots is that they're good for massive amounts of damage across a big area. There's also rounds like slugs, which are like long range. You gotta make sure you're reloaded. Slugs are like, they do like big damage, like a sniper. It turns your shotgun into like a weaker sniper. See how I gotta keep cocking it? Look, gotta put in a fresh shell, cock it for it to be chambered, then I can put in more. I have no more bullets because I heard it. Put them in. Ready? Try to be primed since I got the max now. Shotguns in real life, they can't shoot that far because they weaken over time and like drop. They have drop. Drop is when like after a gun travels beyond its peak for a certain amount of time. After a gun bullet has traveled. After a gun has traveled beyond its... After a bullet has traveled beyond its peak for a certain amount of time... It's like, after a gun